What's up, guys? Today we are gonna be going over my bikes. I don't know what we're doing because I kind of forgot. I'm gonna restart this. We've got a kind of cool mini series that we're gonna be doing real quick. It's gonna be a 3-part series, so we're gonna have it spaced it out as parts come in, but we'll get to that in a minute. So we're gonna be going over my freestyle bike, kind of what I call it, because I'll show you the parts in a minute, but it's a single speed. It's a 140, 160 in the front, kind of like a free Duro. That's what Austin called it. If you don't remember Austin, we can cut to a clip of him putting together the air supply ramp. We're gonna get some more energy out of the kid. He's new. He's new here.
You got too much.
Extension! I'll go over what parts are on it currently, what part I'm gonna put on it, and then eventually we'll have those parts in. We'll install them, do a video with that, and then we'll review those parts. We do have some really cool parts that showed up pretty recently that we'll do an unboxing, so stay tuned. You're really gonna wanna see some of the stuff going on it. What a biscuit. This is my SP140. It's in the gray color. It's a really cool bike, and I have ridden this thing down to the bones. It's gone through a lot of changes over the year, so I'm gonna... You just yawn? No yawning.
No,
I'm gonna have to yawn. That was like half a yawn.
Yeah, I think it cancels out if you make yourself.
No, because it's coming. Really done this thing dirty. It's pretty nasty. We're gonna kind of do like a really cool build out of it. It's gonna be one of my main bikes again. On the parts on it now, got Magura MT7 Pro brakes. I ride Magura, really like the Maguras. I didn't cut any of the lines besides the front brake. I cut it a little bit, so this thing's wrapped around. The Race Face Atlas bars, I had these bars from a while ago, so I just threw them on here. They're the same rise and sweep that I put on my titles, and they're also 780s. I can go between my 165 and this bike and not feel super weird. And then I've got my title, 35 mil stem, diameter and length. All feels the same. I've got some camo green death grips. Love the death grips. I do 20 mil space below, and then I didn't want to cut my steer tube anymore, so I just put a bunch of spacers on top. And this bike's a little more ghetto. I blew out my front tire. I just threw a tan wall tire on it. I'm kind of liking the look, so I'm probably gonna stay with that. It's got a Fox 36 that is a little bit blown out. We're gonna be changing that. We'll get to that in a minute. And then in the rear shock, it's got a Float DPX2, which is for sure blown out. This thing sounds like really, really bad. Not sure if we get that rebuilt. We'll take it to Trail Labs. If you don't know what Trail Labs is, look them up. They're awesome. Will is like the suspension guru of the world, and he's a great guy, so check them out. SRAM, carbon, cranks, 170. They're the same cranks that I have on my 165. This one does have a 30-tooth chainring. I know I changed it, and I couldn't remember if I changed it to a 34 or 32, so. It's a 30, and then it's single speeded, and the single speed, don't look at the single speed, Michaela, because this is a really bad single speed. We did it just one day when we had some extra parts. The single speed will be cleaned up. We're gonna do a reverse component. Right now it's an 18-tooth cog, and that is way too many teeth. We're gonna take it down to a 13 tooth. That's about it. There's no dropper. Actually, there's no seat post, period. I don't have one yet. This bike isn't really rideable right now. I'm gonna unbox some parts for you guys. We got a fork and my front wheel, since we're gonna completely redo this bike, and you guys will be along for the rides.
What are you hiding?
I don't know. I think I've seen people do that before. You can never be too careful with these internet guys. Kev says I don't need to be careful unboxing this one, so you know what? No. I can't find our box cutter. Bo probably took it. Can't hear me over his beard. Ride and Voinware. Must be French. What a biscuit. Hashtag ride and ridden everywhere. Wow. That's sick. This is the Halo Vortex ram. It's 33 millimeter inner diameter, 35 outer. A little bit wider than like what I normally ride. Entry 9s are 30 millimeter inner width, I believe. This is a really sick rim. Halo makes a sick sound, so it's gonna be 126 pawls of engagement in the rear when we get that in. This is gonna be kind of like a Matt Jones build because he rides Halo. He's a cool dude, and he rides a lot of OHLINS stuff. So now to the main event, the OHLINS fork. I'm gonna unbox this very carefully because we're also gonna make a TikTok out of this. Tic Tac. Oh, there's some other stuff in here too. Hey, Bo! Letting go on my bike. Stab you. Oh, that is sick. I cannot believe I finally got some. Pretty expensive bubble wrap. And here it is, folks. OHLINS. We're gonna be installing this stuff as I go so I can actually ride the bike. We're gonna save it all and compile a big video of it. Or not a big video, pretty short video actually. But it's gonna look really good. So, thanks guys.